Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Caroga. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember the 50 waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. False good. Important things are needed new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look, these three words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O' Prey 5 channel. Hail Caroga.
Hello world, it's Bird O' Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to BedLife for Monday, July 26, 2021, and I'll be honest, it is not a great day for me. I did not have the best night of sleep, and then I had an afternoon nap, and I woke up feeling completely effing miserable. I am sorry. I had hoped that it would have passed. It usually does pass in an hour or two, but I feel like I'm being punished for making fun of Anti-Trekker last night for all the spicy cheese balls and spicy pieces of chocolate he decided to eat out of his own accord to help him raise money for his bills, and I was there just laughing it up, watching him suffer, enjoying it to a point, but let's face it, that was we knew that was a character I was playing. That wasn't, what I truly felt in my heart. In my heart, I honestly felt bad for the man, that this is what it had come to. But apparently, some people really thought I was, that the stuff I had recorded for Anti-Trekker to play was perhaps legit, was real. It was not. If anybody really honestly believed that, I don't understand where you've been. Clearly you haven't been watching my streams the past few years. I don't honestly believe. I think Anti-Trekker should well, honestly, I don't know why he's chosen to eat spicy foods to raise money. I think there's other things he could have done, but whatever it is, I don't like it when people hurt themselves in any way whatsoever to raise money. So in case anybody had any doubts, I did want to just come out and say that I am not the a-hole that I might appear to be. Now, that said, he absolutely was cheating at risk. There's no other explanation for me losing to him. There was collusion, obviously, amongst the contestants, led by Thomas Potts. But before that, clearly cheating. But other than that, most of what I said was for Anti-Trekker's benefit, not his detriment. So Richie Poole was first in the chat today, which I didn't get set up until like 10 minutes before I was supposed to go live, which very well might be the latest time I've ever gone live. And I was very close to canceling today's live stream, aside from the fact that I really wanted to test it out to see how it looked and how it worked, because we are using the updated, better YouTube streaming codec and not the legacy one. I didn't realize that the old legacy RMTP server was the default in OBS Studio, and that might be one of the reasons why it takes literally 12 plus hours sometimes for my streams to be converted after I'm done, for them to show up, for the comments to be visible, and for me to be able to edit them and add the end screen to the videos, which most of you don't understand or care about any of that stuff. But as a creator, I do. And I wanted to give an actual real chance to see how it works. I did do a 7-minute private stream with these settings, and it seemed to work well, and it was damn near instantly ready. But that was yesterday, and like I said, that was only a test stream. So I'm curious how an actual stream at the actual time works. I know today is not going to be a particularly long stream. At least I doubt it. But I did want to give a real world case to try out the new settings and to see, one, are there any problems? And two, is there any noticeable improvement in any matter whatsoever? So we'll see. So Richie Poole did say Qapla, and then he said, hello world, goodbye world, I have to get back to work. Sorry, Richie Poole. Sci-Fi Nation says, greetings, Berto Prey, Mamo Prey, Sassio Prey, and fellow nerds. All hail glorious Caroga, and of course the dear leader and God Emperor, Berto Prey 5. Thank you, Sci-Fi Nation. Moxley fans is Berto Prey Qapla Bird. And you all. Bird, I hope you and the family are doing well today. Moxley, not the greatest day for me. As you can see, I've got the oxygen on. As you can probably hear, it is turned up to 2. For quite a while, I've had it set to just 1. And for several of my recent streams, I've been able to take it off completely. But like I said, it's been a bad afternoon. My oxygen numbers were pretty low, despite having the oxygen concentrator in. Like right now, it's really not too bad at 93, and 93 as a heart rate. I think I was actually dehydrated. So I think that was causing my heart rate to go higher. So I'm drinking Pedialyte and water to try and get my electrolytes back up. My heart rate was, God damn it, my heart rate was down to the 80s with the new medication I was on. And I think I may have overdone it. by eating some Outback last night. I think it was too much, probably too salty, which is weird because I mean all the food I eat, none of it is particularly healthy, and my regular doctor keeps saying I need to eat more salt because my sodium is consistently a little low. Anyway, like my blood levels for for my sugar and everything had been spot on perfect for a month now. And all of a sudden yesterday and today it's crap. And of course they're coming to take my blood, I believe in the morning, which means that that month of good blood is going to be useless. They're going to take the blood tomorrow and they're all going to think, oh shit, this guy's had another 3 months of bad blood, even though it had been good for 90% of those 3 months. We'll see. Not Ryan Johnson. Oh, Mockley said that. Sci-Fi Nation, just Bird of Prey, they put an option in on subscriber only mode for any duration. So long as they sub, they can start typing in chat. Well, that's fine. I've got it set to 1 minute. I think that's fair. I'll change it to any duration next time I go in and make changes. Not Ryan Johnson says hello in Qapla. Hail Caroga, hail Caroga. Mike Richards, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Mike Richards, our package inspector. Sci-Fi Nation, hail Caroga. Absolutely. And thoughts and prayers out to you and the Opry family. Thank you, Sci-Fi Nation. It's not end of the world stuff here. It's just, yeah, Mom Opry is very nervous because, as you would expect, she gets nervous. When I don't feel good, she gets nervous. And when she gets nervous, I get nervous. And we get into this self-fulfilling prophecy of nervousness and craziness. So we got to find some way of just putting the brakes on it. And I tell you, one way of me calming down is when I watch Cinnabon play games on Twitch, which he was doing today, and thankfully doing for a long time, because I missed the email that came before I went to nap, and he was still playing right up until the time I started to stream. And I don't know, I can just watch him play, and it soothes me. So he's doing me a favor by playing Twitch games. So hail Cinnabon. Carlo says hi and hope everyone is well as can be. Thank you, Carlo. Hail Caroga, absolutely. Captain Trax says, Bird of Prey, you were not doing well when you woke. While we were talking, you woke up. Are you any better? It sure as hell does not sound like it. I mean, my numbers put me a little better, Captain. But no, it's not a great afternoon. Sci-Fi Nation says, hail Caroga, thank you. Carlos is bringing back the danger and cheater. No. The Random Menace is greetings from the future. Greetings, Joseph. Sci-Fi Nation says Turtistan always cheats, especially its leader. It does. Carla Burton says hi, everyone. Qapla, Carla. You must be getting a terrible opinion of the stream as I'm somebody who just complains. I usually am not, Carla. It's just one of those days. Carlo Albanese says, Bird of Prey, thanks for streaming. We, the people, like to know you are here for us. Hail Caroga, hail Caroga. And Carlo waves and Dear Bop and hugs. Yes, we will try and do Dear Bop. I will have to probably set up the web browser for Dear Bop, but I'm sure it'll go through. Carlos says Salty Trekker will approve. Can approve or not. Doesn't make a difference. Sci-Fi Nations is vertebrae. Your health always comes first. If you need a day or two off, we understand. Glad to see you care about this community enough to keep plugging on. Take the time if you need it. Thank you, Sci-Fi Nation. And Carlos saying vampires. No vampires. Yes, Mama Pray.
It has to be
Yes.
every few minutes. Take a break on camera and drink water.
Yes, I did. I drank some already. Yes. Mama Pray wants me to take a break every few minutes. She thinks I'm dehydrated. I think so too. Carla, Albanese says we've got some chats to do. We definitely. Mar Krell says I am not really here, so don't mind me. No problem, Mar. Carlos says I was trying to make it seem like the Scooby-Doo theme. I don't think it's right. No, I did not get the Scooby-Doo theme. Mar says hello to the chat. By the way, Bird, I already have the pleasure today. Yes, earlier today I did have the pleasure of being on the stream, Captain X or Michael T's stream with Mar. The Random Menace's bird streams are the second best way to end the day. I like it. I like it, Random Menace. Carlo waves. Rock Solid wants hashtag Dear Bop. Carlos says Dear Bop. And he puts in a bird emoji, a sassy emoji, a nephew of prey emoji, a sis of prey, a mom of prey, and a hug. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir, and a Caroga flag. Hello, 47 Yorktown. John DeMarco says, greetings to all. Greetings, John. Carlo, hail, Caroga. Professor Brainy Specs says, Qapla, bird of prey, Qapla, Professor. Carlo waves. Professor Brainy Specs is making dinner. And Thomas Potts says, Dexter was a stupid show. No, Thomas. Dexter was a great show, and it's coming back November 7th. November 7th, Dexter returns to Showtime for a 10-episode season. So we're going to get to see where Dexter is. It would appear he's aged, I don't know, what's it been, 10 years since Dexter ended? It could be. It's 8. It's got to be 8 to 10 years since Dexter ended. Alexa, when did Dexter end? No, not, and it doesn't end in 2021. Alexa, when did the last season of Dexter air? She's saying season 9 ends in 2021. Alexa, when did Dexter season 8 air? 2013. So, yeah, 8 years. So June 2013. So probably ended like August, September 2013. So this new one's going to start November 2021. So yeah, 8 years. Sci-Fi Nation says Dexter was the cop who was a serial killer. Well, he wasn't a police officer, but he worked for the police. He was a blood spatter forensic technologist or something. And Yosef says yes, September 22nd, 2013 was the last episode. Thank you, Yosef.
You know, Uncle Paulie learned a lot from you.
Uncle Paulie learned a lot from the show, says Mama Pray. Carlo Albanese says, Bird of Prey, you didn't eat the spam yesterday, did you? I know it was Sunday, but just don't know, Carlo, I didn't eat the spam. Hello, Cinnabon. I was just talking about how relaxing it is watching you play your game. Officer Kathy today. Sci-Fi Nation says hello to Cinnabon. Carlos is Bird of Prey. Did you hear about The Mandalorian getting a 3rd season next year? Well, no, but I always figured it was going to. Cinnabon says hi to Sci-Fi Nation. Carlos says Caroga math. Cinnabon says 8 years. Who do they think they are? The Orville. Carlos says it's a false scientific examination. And Sci-Fi says, well, Uncle Paulie was taking notes. Indeed. I told you guys the story, but one time I was trying to explain the how the show Dexter to a friend, and she wasn't getting it. And I didn't understand what the problem was. And she's like, but how do they allow this on TV? I was like, well, he's a good serial killer. He only kills bad guys. And she still wasn't understanding. And then I realized, I was like, wait, I'm talking fiction. She thought I was talking about a reality show. So that was the problem. It's still one of the funniest things I think about, that for like 15 minutes, I was trying to describe the show. And I thought the problem was she didn't understand why anybody would be interested in watching it, a serial killer. But it was because she thought I was describing a reality show, which, truth be told, in the 2010s, there were a hell of a lot more reality shows than scripted shows. Wesley Crusher's in the house. Says, greetings, birds, bunnies, and orphan. Mine is greetings, Wes. Dee Dee Myers is in the house and says, good afternoon. All good afternoon. Random Menace says, switch Alexa for Google. It gave me the answer right away. Ciso Prey would love me to do that, but I will not. Because Alexa I can set to answer to computer. Dee Dee Myers is vertebrae. Qapla, hope you and the family are doing well. Dee Dee, you missed the opening remarks. I'm a little under the weather today. Carlo is laughing. Mars says, I only watched Dexter because of Jennifer Carpenter. To be honest, I guess that was his sister, who he was dating or married to in real life, which is a very weird dynamic, to have your real life wife play your on-screen sister. Cinnabon says, oh, it's Wes. And Wes says, Bird of Prey, I forgot to write my weekly Dear Bobs. That's fine, Wes. Because I don't know how much time I'll have to do them. Thomas Pod says, X-Files was also a stupid show. Thomas. X-Files was a great show for a long time. Maybe when they came back, it was weak. Sci-Fi Nation says, that is blasphemy. Yes. Professor Brainy Specs puts in emojis. Birdo Prey 5 watches Crystal Skull. Carla waves. Sci-Fi Nation says, greetings to Super Blubberpuss. Super Blubberpuss says, hope you get better soon. Thank you, Super Blubberpuss. John DeMarco says, Thomas upholds very high standards for TV shows. Cinnabon says, X-Files was boring. Really? What do you guys watch that X-Files was boring? Professor Brainy Specs says, Thomas, you take that back. Super Blubberpuss, thanks, Sci-Fi Nation. Wesley says, you're under the weather. When have you ever been over the weather? Above the weather? When I'm in a plane. Carlo gives a thumbs up for Bird. Thank you, Carlo. Professor Brainy Specs says Bad Bunny to Cinnabon. And the Menace says, no worries, there are at least 3 dear bops. Professor Brainy Specs, sorry you're not feeling well. Professor Brainy Specs, hope you feel better soon. Thank you. And Rock Solid says, if you've got to the dear bop, you'd have a better chance of finishing. That is true. Let's get the web browser working. Set up first. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now we go back to the main screen so I can sign in to the Dear Bops without risk of seeing passwords. Okay. Come on in, sign in. Oh, we do have a fair number of Dear Bops already. So I guess we'll go to the Dear Bops. Why make people wait for what they want? Wesley says, when are you in a plane headed for a mountain? Hopefully never. John DeMarco says, get well soon. Thank you, John DeMarco. I appreciate it. Sci-Fi Nation says, Cinnabon needs to get monetized and name his LLC Bad Bunny Productions. Well, he is monetized on Twitch. If you watch Cinnabon on Twitch, you can buy a subscription to his channel, as I have. So he is monetized. Carlos says the X-Files is the greatest documentary. Okay. Let's get some of these Dear Bops in. Dear Bop, Control-Z, trick does not work. Oh, darn. Okay, I'm so sorry. I thought maybe if you reset the form, it erased everything. Control-Z would undo it. It was worth a shot. Might depend on the browser and the operating system. Dear Bob, Qapla, it's been a long time since I messaged you. I'm out of luck, but still hopeful. By the time you read this, I will have started my 1,800-mile journey to my brother in Texas. Hope to see you again. Don't spoil Charlie too much. May we all be blessed, live long, and prosper. Oh, I'm sorry to whoever this is on a long journey to your brother, but I hope you have a good journey, and I hope your luck or whatever changes. I hope you enjoy Texas. That's a good place, from what I hear. I wish I could move to Texas. Aravic Sander with a $2 super chat says, Qapla to Verto Pray 5, and happy birthday, Nana Visitor. Nana Visitor's birthday's today. Happy birthday, Nana, who of course played Kira Nerys on Deep Space Nine, whose episode today I watched on BBC America, What We Leave Behind, the final episode of Deep Space Nine, was on early this afternoon. It's a double episode, so I watched it. Very good final episode. Missed that series so much. Anyway, to whoever this is, I do hope you have a great journey, and I hope you have a new start, and best wishes, and please keep in touch. Dear Bop, milk gives me strong bones. That could sound right. However, milk is a nickname for a friend of mine, and I have a pile of bones in my backyard. If the police finds out, I'm screwed. Please help, Anonymous. You want to get yourself a dog. The dog will bury the bones or even chew them up or move them around so they're not in a big pile. And if a dog doesn't do it, you might try a larger animal, such as a tiger or a crocodile. They're all good at taking care of bones. Also, you probably want to get yourself a Dr. McCoy costume. So if anybody ever says, "Why are you saying bones so much?" you can just dress up and say, "Oh, that's what my friends call me when I cosplay." So you have a ready reason to have been talking about bones so much. You always want to go that extra step. I'm going to play a commercial so I can Geloja and drink a little more. I'll be right back. And we'll continue with the Dear Bops.
I've been playing daughter roles for so long that people forget I'm grown up with kids of my own. I'm certainly grown up enough to know that soap can dry out your face, so I wash with Noxzema skin cream every day. Noxzema makes my face feel really clean. It doesn't dry, puts moisture in, makes my skin feel soft, younger looking. I've been washing with Noxzema for a long time now, and, well, so far so good.
Good skin starts with Noxzema every day. Greaseless, medicated Noxzema skin cream.
You're cool, you're crisp, you're hard to resist, you're bright, ooh, refreshingly light, ooh, you're Canada dry. You're a singular style, you're a reason to smile, you're clever, you're neat, you're never too sweet. Ooh, you're Canada dry, you tickle, you making me laugh. Oh, ooh, you're Canada dry, ooh, you're Canada dry.
おはようバディ。
おはようドナルド。マクドナルドに朝ごはん食べるの？
わあ、スクランブルエッグマフィン、ハッシュポテト、あ、ホットケーキ、わあ。あれ、大変だ。ここかな、こっちか。よし、ここだ。あれ？
もうおいしい笑顔マクドナルド。
みんなもおいでよ。
Hertz introduces great low January sale rates, like $69 a week here in Arizona.
Or only $79 a week here in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah, Arnie? Well, what about $78 a week here in sunny California?
Or, OJ, only $59 a week here in sunny Florida. Brutal, Juice, brutal.
Hertz, you don't just rent a car, you rent a company.
Jordache has the fit that's right. The Jordache look. The Jordache look.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
It's yours?
No,
Your mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must have...
Must have what?
Look, Dad, it's not
Where
mine.
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
Jeans and tops from Sears are spring wardrobe essentials on sale this week. First, jeans that fit just $10.99. They fit your shape as well as your size. And you save $5. Add the all-cotton top, now just $6.99. Cool comfort and perma-press too, and you save $3. Jeans in western and cinch waist, tops in stripes and solids. These wardrobe essentials are on sale through Saturday at Sears, where America shops for value.
If we lived in a world where all women were the same, they'd need only one shampoo.
Clairol introduces 7 shampoos for the real world, where all women are different. Clairol Essence shampoos, each with its own natural botanical. Aloe Essence for extra body. Chamomile Essence for beautiful highlights. Ginseng Essence for conditioning. 7 Clairol Essence shampoos that make your difference beautiful. Clairol Essence shampoos.
Hello, world. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So let's move on with the Dear Bops. I know some of you guys like those commercials. Dear Bop, my wife delivered last week our first child. I'm sure it was born acoustic. I hope they find a cure for that. My ears really hurt. Okay. Dear Bop, I need legal advice. Seems like I messed up. I ate a Big Mac. The Apple Store employees want to call police on me now. Please help. If you could eat a Big Mac at the Apple Store, then more power to you. I think you might be a Mocklin. You should probably try out for the Orville, and you can use that Mocklin digestive system in some episodes. Dear Bob, I am watching the Olympic Games. I was shocked to see the USA did not win a gold medal for shooting. Is it because the schools were closed for such a long time? I am a little shocked we didn't win a gold medal in shooting, too. This is the first I'm hearing about it. Dear Bob, certain people in this community get upset when you give back what they give and try to make you feel bad when you defend yourself. It's not that hypocrisy in the highest. If you're going to kid and joke with others, then you yourself are fair game. Now there are some who cross the line and get personal and aren't funny, but we're not talking about that. There's always people who can dish it out but can't take it. It's nothing new. It's not unique to YouTube. For your entire life, you always know people like that. The best way is to just identify them, and in my experience, try to avoid any situation that would cause an issue. Yes, in the best world, in an ideal world, everyone would be able to joke with each other without there being any long-term repercussions. But in the real world, some people just not good at taking jokes. So either stop talking to them completely or just accept that they are who they are, that they have this personality flaw, and work around it. I usually find I can generally work around that with most people in most situations. Carlos has praised the soup to Jedi Bill. Enjoy a good brew, Captain Track, and as always, hail Caroga. Thank you, Carlo. Dear Bob, from a recent Bird of Prey stream, congratulations on finally coming out, dear leader, and embracing your true form, RXP. And there's a clip to a previous stream. I'm wearing the same shirt. In case anybody had so many doubts, I did just want to come out. That's not me coming out of the closet. That's obviously me just saying something unrelated. You make me feel less and less bad when Soft Buddy and other people drag your name through the mud. Dear Bob, In regards to the letter I sent you before, I asked for help about the lump in the back of my pants. You said I should get a pool of water to try to drown the lump. I tried it and it didn't work. The mall fountain I jumped into was deep enough, but was I supposed to take off my underwear? I took off my pants even though the underwear is full of holes because of the moving lump. Also, the lump bit me again, and I found out you don't want to be tased while in your underwear in a wishing well. Was the crowd supposed to laugh? I also tried poking with sticks, but not fast enough, and people in Walmart keep staring at me. Any other ideas? I was thinking maybe rat traps next. Sincerely, pain in the ass. Actually, go ahead and try and wrestle a taser away from the police or security guard and just try and tase that lump. That might be the best. That might be the best option, to just tase the lump and see if it stops moving. Okay, so see, my numbers are improving, even though I'm talking a bit. Okay, no, that's numbers are not improving. Those numbers are just jumping around. Okay, well, I thought my heart rate was down to 83, but then it jumped down to 72. So it obviously was not a stable heart rate. No, it's 90. Okay. 96 oxygen, 91 heart rate, 95. Yes, it is better than it was. Okay, we can live. Why?
I can't say.
Mama Gray thinks she had. Dear Bop, and there's a Twitter link. Oh no. Babylon B, who don't get me wrong, I do not endorse any satirical news sites. Problem solved. Cleveland Indians mascot replaced by Apu from The Simpsons. That is funny though. I will give him that credit where credit is due. I like it. Dear Bob, loyal mine manager here. I found one of the orphans listed to that Traitor Piano Dean song, the Dear Bop one. I was going to take the blasphemy notice away from them, but they were working so happily to it. Then one asked me what the song was about. I told him it's about how to get our great leader, and praise to you. It's the dumb orphans believed me, as they should. My question is, should I let them keep listening to the song? Thank you, great leader, loyal mine manager. Yeah, you can let them listen to Piano Dean. That's fine. It's one of the few enjoyments in life that they have outside the mines. Jedi Bill says, Qapla, brother warrior, hail Caroga. I am here now, Qapla, Jedi Bill. Roxanne says, I was happy for you. Congratulations. Thank you. Roxanne says, Bird of Prey, here's a clip for all to review from this very stream. That is not me coming out as anything other than whatever I needed to say after that fact. Wesley says, I thought Bird was talking about his viewer number for a minute. Thomas says, I'd rather join Caroga than ever watch X-Files again. Well, you're welcome too. Carlos, Bird of Prey, let Mama Prey take over the stream. She doesn't want to, Carlo. She doesn't want to. Professor says, Thomas Spots, I'm really sorry about whatever horrific thing happened for you to say such a thing. Yeah, I mean, that is pretty crazy to not like the X-Files so much. Where did Fox Mulder touch you, Thomas? That's the only thing. I mean, obviously, if Gillian Anderson touched you, I would imagine you would be happy about it. So I can only imagine that, what's his name? David Duchovny, Fox Mulder, must have touched you somewhere inappropriate, because that's about the only thing that would turn me off of that show. And I don't get me wrong, I was not happy when they came back and Scully was a blonde instead of a redhead. I mean, that was terrible. They should not have let that happen. Carlo gives out a hug to Mamo Prey. Thank you, Carlo. She is outside. And Aravic says, wow, Nana Visitor looks pretty good. She should come back to Trek. She might. She might. I was looking at the end, rewatching the end of DS9, and I don't know if they were trying to give us a hint or if it was just more of a mother-son type relationship. But Cisco was gone. Odo was gone. And the last two people we see is Kira with her arm around Jake, who at this point is an adult man. So I don't know. Maybe there was something going on or about to start between Jake and Kira. Let's face it, Kira, as a Bajoran, she probably has something for the emissary son. I mean, goddamn, that's pretty high up. If you can't be dating the emissary himself, the emissary son is pretty close. I don't know. There was that episode where Jake proclaimed he loved her. Now, granted, that was only because of something to do with Laxwana Troy, but there must have been some form of attraction there. I would think some latent form of attraction. And a good trivia question from the final episode of Deep Space Nine. Now, I told you the last characters we saw were Jake and Kira. What was the last line of dialogue we hear at the end of the episode? And it is, in fact, spoken by Quark. So Quark gets the last line of dialogue in Deep Space Nine, and he says, it's like I've always said, the more things change, the more they stay the same. And then they zoom out from Quark's bar through the promenade. You see Kira and Jake looking out the window, staring at the wormhole. And Kira puts her arm around Jake, and that's it. They fade out on the station. In hindsight, looking back at the episode, I really wish Kira was there in the room in the episode, in the scene where Cassidy Yates has the vision from the prophets, which for the vision from Cisco. In the dialogue, they say that Kira and O'Brien are off scanning Bajor for any trace of Cisco. They could have had O'Brien alone or O'Brien and someone else some, random Starfleet staff scanning Bajor, and had Kira been in the room when Cassidy had the experience, I could just see Kira's eyes lighting up, and her saying, "You were with the emissary," or "You've seen the emissary," or you were in the celestial temple. Because I do think that line was missing. Because she's like, I saw Ben, and Kira should have filled in, "You were in the celestial temple," just to give some idea to what was going on there for Cassidy and for us. But I mean, that's a very minor nitpick. I'm not gonna complain about it, but it was something that went through my head rewatching the show for the first time in a while. People are mixed about X-Files. Well, Rock Solid's X-Files was not great. It was mad, boring, and very slow paced. Well, again, for somebody who doesn't like the original series, and thinks a lot of good shows are bad, I'm not terribly surprised. I'm actually surprised you only say it was meh and not terrible like Thomas. Yeah, X-Files I thought was an awesome show. Yes, the more things change, the more they stay the same. No, the station doesn't explode, Cinnabon. Arabic says, "Now I want to cry." Yeah, it's sad. Celestial. I know I can't pronounce it. Celestial, whatever. I know that when the day comes, God willing, that I'm still around, we're doing the DS9 reviews in another, year and a half or whatever it's going to take to get to the final season of DS9, on DS9 Wednesdays. And we get to that last episode, there's going to be soot in the air. I love the scene in Vix where they have all the people who work behind the scenes, all the people who are in the tables at Vix in the holosuite, who were not the main cast. All of those people were all the behind the scenes employees of the show. So they all got their chance to get, a few seconds on air, which I thought was really great. And another good trivia question is where, because O'Brien and Keiko are moving back to Earth, and so everybody's giving their advice on what city to move to on Earth. And Esri says Jadzia always liked Rio, and I think Kira said she heard good things about Paris. So where does Worf suggest they move? He suggests it like 4 or 5 times. And the answer, I'm sure John DeMarco knows. I'm sure many of you know. But let's see. Yes, John DeMarco. Minsk. Worf keeps saying Minsk. Minsk. Go to Minsk. Minsk. So O'Brien said Minsk was not on his short list, but it got Worf's high praise. That would be fun if one day we see Worf back on Earth and he's living in Minsk for some reason. Of course, he was also supposed to be the ambassador to Kronos, and then by Nemesis, he's back in Starfleet, as if what happened on DS9 never happened. So that's unfortunate. Maybe if we see him in Picard, we'll get a, or even Lower Decks, we'll get a better story, a better answer as to what he actually ended up doing after DS9 ended. Cinnabon says Oak Island, yes. Even in that's it. In the year 2390, Worf moves to Oak Island and is still digging in the money pit, trying to find the buried treasure. And I think that'd be good. It could be Star Trek. That's it. This is it. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna submit this idea to CBS, to Paramount Plus, and the History Channel, and it's gonna be called Star Trek Oak Island. And in the year 2399, the Federation is drilling using the latest in laser drills and transporter tech, because they are on the very verge of recovering the Ark of the Covenant from the money pit. And then they do it, and it turns out to be some alien weapon, maybe Borg or something. And like, oh no, it's the Borg were here 10,000 years before Columbus. And then you have this whole mission to figure out what exactly the Borg were doing on Earth. John Araki with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much. Josh reads his Bird of Prey. When will the Babylon 5 movie show up on Cinema a Movie Saturday? I'll be honest, Josh Street, they probably won't. If we do Babylon 5 movies, we'd probably be doing them on a dedicated day. We were going to do Babylon 5, but I believe there's at least Sci-Fi Nation has already started doing Babylon 5, and Life with Matthew is going to start doing Babylon 5 by the end of the year, according to his latest, what he's claimed. So I really don't think I'm going to do Babylon 5. And speaking of, though, doing shows, today at 5:30 p.m., which is just under a half hour from now, Orville Nation is doing Stargate. But for whatever reason, and I don't understand it, but I thought he would start with SG-1. Somehow, for some reason, he's actually starting with Stargate Universe, which, despite me trying twice to get through that series, I have never completed Stargate Universe. And I believe it's only 2 seasons. So I actually think I will be tuning in to his show at 5:30 Eastern, and hopefully get through Stargate Universe on his show, because I don't think I've completed the series. And I know it is by far my least favorite Stargate series, but I think it's worth watching at least once, I imagine. I had Stargate on last night quite a bit. I don't know, it might be kind of the reason I didn't get some great sleep last night. I cared too much about Stargate episodes. It was the SG-1 episode I started with the episode, I think it's called Frozen, where they find an ancient woman frozen in Antarctica and she just revives and she's perfectly fine, except she has a virus that kills everybody. But yeah, it always, I mean, understand the first time I saw that series, I was a teenager, maybe 20-year-old. I don't know, but I was a much younger guy, and the thought of finding a very attractive frozen woman in the ice was like, oh, I wonder if I should go to Antarctica and dig around. Maybe. But then it turned out that she had disease that would kill me. And I was like, okay, maybe not the best idea. Although it would be a fun few days before the virus got me. John Araki says Auntie has spent years and countless hours mining the salty pit. Yes, he has. Springtime says sadly O'Brien didn't make it back to Earth. He ended up helping out on Oak Island. Oak Island is on Earth. John Araki, hashtag free Gina. Professor Brainy Specs says Bird of Prey, Life with Matthew will be lucky to start Babylon 5 by the year 2032. I thought Sequest, there wasn't too many seasons. Josh reads says Bird of Prey, if you watch Stargate Universe, you're going to be turned off to Stargate for a few years. No, I'm not. I can live with Stargate Universe. Yeah, I tell you, it's better than Stargate Origins. The Random Menace says Stargate Universe was such a different show. It took me 2 attempts to finish it, but it grows on you, similar to Enterprise. Maybe. I know Enterprise took a little time to grow on me, but I'm going to be honest, Joseph. There is no way Stargate Universe is going to grow on me like Enterprise. I mean, if it does, then cool, I guess. But I know now that Stargate is something I will tolerate just to say I've seen it all. Whereas Enterprise, I like Enterprise. To this day, I'm very happy with Enterprise. It's a good show, and I'm very sad it didn't get 7 seasons. But hell, at least it got 4. Stargate got 2, and I don't think either of them had 20 plus episodes. So, I think now that I've raised the temperature in the house a bit, I'm feeling a little better. It really might have been that I had cold air blowing on me. I had it set to 74, which is a degree cooler than I normally have it.
Right at.
Yeah, the vents are pointed right at me. Okay. Here, I'm going to show you what I do to breathe. Oh, we got another Dear Bob. Oh, we'll read it. Dear Bob, Adam here. I don't know where I am. It feels a bit like purgatory. A purgatory none like the one my fans are in, and whomever said you only live twice is not kidding. My first death was that of my enemy Skeletor. A joker he was, laughing as he and I both died in a battle. The second time was after I returned from the afterlife with the woman I loved, Tila, only to be run through again by this joker. Please help me. I only need your advice. Feeling with this purgatory with my fans. Fleeing this purgatory with my fans. By the power of Grayskull, He-Man, Master of the Universe. Here's the thing. I never watched He-Man. Even as a kid, I thought this show was the G word. And I was like, what the fuck? No. I didn't like He-Man. I really didn't. I know a lot of you guys are He-Man fans. I'll be honest. I've been tolerating hearing you guys go off and off on He-Man. And it's not just you guys. I know Doomcock and Nerdrotic and a lot of the fandom menace. Everybody's got their opinion on He-Man. NB Geek is very outspoken on it. I could not care less about He-Man, and I'm sorry. I do care to you guys. To you guys who feel bad about it, I'll be honest. It's like Doctor Who. I never watched Doctor Who. So I honestly really, not that I don't care that Jodie Whittaker took over and has destroyed your Doctor Who universe, but it doesn't affect me personally. That said, as a fellow nerd, I certainly feel bad for you, and I understand the suffering you're going through as a Doctor Who fan. When you have what you have. And to an extent, I can also feel bad for the people who were fans of He-Man. And again, it's to a lesser extent because we're talking about a cartoon. But I understand it was a beloved cartoon by many who watched it. Like if they fucked up Transformers, the cartoon, which they did because they've had 50 million Transformers cartoons that I'm aware of, and then a bunch of shitty Michael Bay Transformer movies. But if this was the first Transformers reboot since the original Transformers TV show, and they effed it up, I would feel terrible. So I feel for you guys, but I personally could not care less about the He-Man universe. And for the last week, I have been tolerating, listening to, and, trying to be empathetic to all the passion videos and whatnot I've heard about people talking about He-Man. But I have to say, in all those days, the very best video I heard about He-Man actually came from Deej, because his Voice of Reason video, which was only less than 2 minutes long, and basically said he didn't really care about it either. But he cared enough to make a video, which was a hell of a lot more than I cared, because I didn't even make a video. I didn't want to. I didn't want to throw my name or throw my hand into the He-Man race. You won't see He-Man as a tag on any of my videos because I am not worthy. I'm not worthy to defend it or to attack it, because I knew very little. That said, I was watching somebody's stream, and someone suggested that even if you've been watching and you realize that you're going to hate this new Netflix He-Man or Masters of the Universe, they said you should start watching it on Netflix and then either watch the first episode and stop, or watch the first episode and then turn it off at a point where you get disgusted, so that Netflix knows and sees that, hey, their metrics would come back and say, 50 million people started watching it, but only 2 million people finished. And that looks a lot worse than if only, say, 3 million people watch it completely through. And I can understand the logic in that, because if they see people start it, give it a chance, and then stop watching it, that tells them that, hey, what we've got is shit. And had we done it right, we could have had 50 million viewers. But because what we put out was not what the community wanted, we got instead 2 million viewers. And NB Geek Let's Talk memberships renewed. Thank you, NB Geek Let's Talk, a friend of Caroga. And again, somebody who had a lot to say about He-Man. So, as a fellow nerd brother in arms, despite me having 0 fucks to give about Masters of the Universe, I did go ahead and watch about 50% of the first episode. I do remember little parts of He-Man, but then I went ahead and stopped watching right after they demasculated He-Man, which may or may not be something that used to happen a lot, but I was like, okay, I'm ending it here. So when they see why I left, they know it's when it became the Tila show, and I'm done. So I hope it helps to those of you fighting the good fight, to those of you who want to battle Kevin Smith, who I had absolutely zero idea that he was the guy from Clerks until the last couple days. I had no idea who he was. I mean, I knew of him by seeing Clerks, which I hate, by the way. Sis O'Prey loved Clerks. I hated Clerks. I had no idea he was the guy, the Silent Bob part of Jay and Silent Bob. I had no idea who he was until all this He-Man stuff came out. So I hope it helps to you guys fighting the good fight on the He-Man front. But it's not my battle. I just did what I could to contribute to it. Mar Krell says, thank you, Bird of Prey. Really, thank you very much. That was a great, loved the response there. Mar says, I wasn't a He-Man fan, but I enjoyed the movie. I feel their pain. It will be justified in the plans if it pans out like we think it may. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed, Mar. I hope that was honest and not sarcastic. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Professor Braining Specs is better pray. I think people are overreacting. If anyone destroyed Doctor Who, it was Chinball, not Whittaker, and the story isn't finished. It may turn out good, and if it doesn't, another showrunner will eventually take over and do whatever he or she wants. Okay, I was just using it as an example, and I don't know Doctor Who enough to place the blame. I do know that it's not the actor's fault that a show sucks. Okay, I do apologize. You know what? I do apologize. I Jodie Whittaker, I knew the name, and just throwing her name out there was low-hanging fruit. And we got a donation from the NFL, and he got the happy baby. Oh, what a beautiful baby. A happy baby animation. And the NFL donated $1.49. And it says, we today are announcing unvaccinated players and staff will be required to wear wristbands to identify themselves. Thanks for the idea, Bird of Prey. Hail, Caroga. Hail, Caroga. I support the NFL's plan. I think everybody should wear a wristband that identifies everything unique about them. And we could have an app. In fact, the wristband should have a chip on it so that you can use your phone to scan all the chips in the area and you can figure out, who you might hate before you even get to meet them. And if there's somebody who potentially will trigger you in a neighborhood or in a store or in a business, this way you can go promptly protest that business without even knowing who it is or why they're there. But anyway, back to Doctor Who. It's not Jodie Whittaker's fault. Doctor Who sucks. I agree. I'm sorry. It is the people in charge who made the decisions, the casting decisions, the director. Those type of people are the reason a show sucks. Like Sonequa Martin Green is not the reason Michael Burnham sucks. Alex Kurtzman and the writing staff, or really the people who allowed the writing staff to have jobs, they're the reason Michael Burnham sucks in Star Trek Discovery. Sonequa Martin Green, from all we can tell, is a capable actress. If she was given a better script, if she was given a better part, she very well might have been able to play it convincingly. And like I talking to Anti-Trekker yesterday, had Discovery taken place post TNG, and they wanted to have a Spock tie-in to Michael Burnham, I think they absolutely could have done it where Michael Burnham would have been Spock's biological daughter. And if she didn't want to wear ears, she could have been a human, Spock could have, mated Ponfard with a human mother. So she would be 3/4 human and not need to wear pointed ears at all and just be Spock's daughter, a quarter Vulcan. And she would still have the ability to do things like the nerve pinch, but not quite as well as Spock. But she could still do. It would explain why she could do so many Vulcan things. It would have been infinitely better in so many ways. But for whatever reasons, the powers that be doomed Discovery from the start by shoehorning it in to before Kirk, between Enterprise and TOS. Professor Braining Specs says another showrunner, yes, will eventually take over. So yeah, Doctor Who isn't damaged forever. He might come back in all likelihood once the pendulum swings and we inevitably go back, hopefully, to some sort of normalcy. We might get good shows again. And that's why I don't think Star Trek is forever dead. I don't think Doctor Who is forever dead. They can survive. Even Star Wars, they're going to be harder to survive, but they can do it. I don't think any series. The thing is, no series is truly destroyed because these series have a long history of making money and companies are not going to let them not going to let them be destroyed forever. They're going to rebuild them once they can, once the tide turns, and we'll get good Trek again. We'll get good Star Wars. We'll get good Doctor Who, and we'll get good reboots of other 80s things. And then, I mean, understand, like Cobra Kai. You say, well, they can't do it. They absolutely can. Cobra Kai is absolute proof you can write quality reboots or updates to 80s stuff, and it be amazing. Cobra Kai is so far two of the best seasons of any show I've seen in a long, long time. Let alone an update to an 80s show or an 80s movie. Professor Benny Speck says the show has gone through changes many times in the past and will in the future. If you don't like the show now, wait, it will change. I agree. The Random Menace says, does the guy have identity issues since he had to pronounce it in front of his sex? Does the guy have identity issues since he had to put a pronoun in front of his sex? I honestly, I don't know, Random Menace. And Thomas says, Deej is the voice of reason, just like Pelosi. What do we got here? Mars says, I think we tried that on your stream, Bird. The moment your face appears, we stop watching. It doesn't work. But your evil magnetism kept us coming back, and now we are here. Oh, thank you, Darth Maul. I appreciate it. Random Menace says, how about the Masters of the Universe movie on Cinema Saturday? No, how about no? And Darth Maul says, no sarcasm. I just feel their pain, seeing what's being done to our childhood heroes and why. I have hope for SNU, but I have a feeling men will be put down and women will be exalted. Probably. Strange, I don't know, SNU. Anyway, I'm not sure what SNU refers to. Darth Maul says it would have been fascinating to have Spock have a daughter, 3/4 human and 1/4 Vulcan. Yeah. And we could have had basically the exact same Michael Burnham character. She could have gone to the Vulcan Science Academy. She could have been a virtually human woman raised on Vulcan. Obviously, she could have some emotional, physical attachment with Spock. We could have done that, but no. John Araki says, screw reboots. He wants crossovers. Darth Maul says, Star Trek has been the Zeitgeist for nearly 60 years, and the bulk of what was good is still there and far better known than the current stuff. I agree. John Araki says, we need a woke Quantum Leap reboot, starting lesbian POC, struggles with her identity, being othered with each and every leap. I don't think you. And Professor Brainy Speck says SNU should be SNW. I think so. Strange New Worlds, that would make a lot more sense. So let's finish out. We got some more Dear Bops. Dear Bop, hi Joe. Since appearing on your stream last week, I've accumulated a lot of interest in the raw food diet. In fact, some of your buddies have asked me about it. I look forward to the day you also come on board. Callie. Good for you, Callie. I hope the tapeworm passes on to you its genetic memory. Dear Bob, your He-Man action figures are now available and will be shipped via UPS to you next week. We will not tell your friends that you are a closet fan. Kevin Smith. Son of a bitch, UPS. Every fucking time. Dear Bob, do you know who said I need TP for my bunghole? I have a bet with Deej that it was Popeye. Am I right? No, it wasn't Popeye. It was the great Cornholio, played by, Beavis? I think it was Beavis. Dear Ozzy O'Prey, the latest fad seems to be eating ridiculously hot and spicy foods on YouTube. Have you ever eaten a 5 million Schofield kangaroo ball? No, and I never will. One, because I'm not going to eat anything spicy. And two, I'm not going to eat any balls of any type of animal. So that's 2 strikes right there. The only ball-shaped thing I will eat are the deliciousness of corn fritters from Roll and Roast, as you guys have already witnessed. Anyway, guys, thank you all for coming. I know this has been a short stream, but I am feeling a bit better. I'm honestly happy I was able to get through this much. It is 5:30 or just about. I would strongly suggest you head on over to Orville Nation and check out his review or replay. I'm not sure how they're doing it, of Stargate Universe, Season 1, Episode 1, because I will probably meet you there. And hopefully I'm better by tomorrow, and we can do a open line stream tomorrow afternoon. Dr. Scotty says, Bird of Prey. I got it. It's for you. I'll get it. Okay, take care, guys. Qapla, Bird out. But wait, there's more. The video might be over, but there's more fun to be had. First, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked that bell icon to get notifications of new videos in your YouTube feed. Share this video on social media to help this channel fight the algorithm that favors big media. Also check out www.birdoprey5.com for links to my other channels, various social media accounts, merch store, Dear Bop affiliate links, and all your Bird of Prey 5 needs. At the main Bird of Prey 5 YouTube channel, you can find all sorts of live streams and unlisted videos, YouTube membership options, and a community section with polls and updates on the channel. On the secondary channel, Bird of Prey 5X, you can find overflow content that doesn't always make the main channel. Subscribe to both channels, please. Thanks for watching. Remember, I stream almost every day. This is Bird of Prey 5 saying goodbye, world. Until next time. P.S. Hail Sassy, hail Charlie, and of course, hail Caroga.